Time and time again you hear of people being maltreated and malhandled in a relationship, but they stick there hoping for a miracle, a sign, or a breakthrough. Probably because it took them time to get there, and so they are not willing to walk away. We have seen people being abused in relationships, and those ahead of them had told them that these are the sacrifices you must pay in life. There is no such thing as true happiness or enjoying when it comes to two people being together. I don't know about you, but I've heard many lies and falsehoods making the rounds in our society, and the sad part is both young and old people are buying into the crap talk of sadness being the new happiness. No wonder we have a lot of deaths, suicides, and homicides in our communities today. These lies must stop. There is such a thing as true happiness, and if your happiness is dependent on a person, then you have not truly found happiness. Until you're able to find peace, joy, and happiness on your own with yourself and with your God, then you are going to be frustrated all the days of your life. Find your place. Find your peace. Find that spark that makes it all worth it and know peace. Talking about finding peace, you cannot know peace in a space of turbulence. You cannot stay in a space of unrest and seek out peace. The solution is to get out of that place, location, or region and know peace. No man can claim to be at peace at a time of war or in a location where war is evident. This same thing applies in relationships, no matter the nature of that relationship. Even Jesus understood that some level of spiritual influence and open heaven can only be enjoyed in a place of utter peace. And so he took out time continually to get to a safe, quiet place to pray. Until you let go of that hurtful relationship, you will never know true happiness. Quit managing what you should let go of. Quit enduring what you need to be enjoying. Be the decider through the help of the Holy Spirit on your happiness, and if something needs to be taken off or let go to find your joy, then do it. Please understand that your joy and happiness is one of God's greatest wish and desire for you, and nothing should stand in the way of it. I have, in my days as a pastor and a counselor, seen many people who look older than their age due to the pain and sadness that has been the major part of their lives. I met a woman one time who came to see me over family issues for counseling, advice, and prayers. At first, when she came in, being raised in an African home, my mother raised me to be someone that from my childhood was taught that no matter my level of influence or authority, when I see an elder or someone older than I am, I should be the first to say the salutations. I greeted her first and asked of her welfare and that of her family. I was shocked when she told me that she was yet to be wedded, and here's the shocker: she was only 31 years of age. I sat there, listening to her and trying my best to be calm, but inside me I was surprised, shocked, angry, embittered, sorrowful, and pity were all mixed into one. And I don't truly know the words to use to describe it, but it just wasn't good. She narrated to me how she grew up in an abusive home where her father abused her mother constantly over every little thing. She was verbally abused, emotionally traumatized, physically battered, expressionally caged. She had little or no friends, and her mother, the lady's grandmother, always told her that she had to endure everything to keep her home intact and together. That is the way women are created to be. They are meant to be subject at all times, as the good Lord says. She told me how her mother died when she was 12, and she had to continue with all the gruesome treatments from her father till she was 21. She got into a relationship and saw it as a means of escape from the hands of her abusive father as she went over to live with her boyfriend at the time. He wasn't a lady hater like her dad, but he was verbally abusive. He loved alcohol and women and will go about sleeping around, and if she speaks up, will tell her that if she wasn't okay with the arrangement, she should go back to her father. Riding on her predicament, she had to put up with him being the way he is, and on certain nights, he'd come home drunk and sexually abuse her against her wish. She went on to endure the relationship for 5 whole years before she met another man who was willing to take her away from that hellhole. He was a Christian, or churchgoer if I must say. He was the one that introduced her to the church, but there was a price to pay with staying with him. She had to do sexual favors for him and his friends from time to time. She'd also do the cooking and cleaning as a fair wage for giving her accommodation and food. She became a call girl for him and his friends to use to their heart's content. That was her predicament for another 3 years. One day, she couldn't take it anymore and she decided to leave. She didn't know where to go, but while she was on the street the same day, a guy approached her to help her. She was skeptical about him at first, but when he said he meant no harm, she followed him. He was a gentleman. He took care of her and she was beginning to feel the cool breeze of peace when after a month he told her he had to travel. It was on the journey that his plane crashed and he died. On getting the news, she didn't know what else to do or who to run to. She decided to meet with a lady she had met some time back while she was with her first boyfriend, one of the few people she called friend. She stayed with the lady and after a week the lady told her she needs a man that can take care of her and also help her pay her bills and all. And so she got connected to a guy whose sexual pleasure involved bondage and pain. That was the worst. He would do that to her daily and tell her he enjoys sexual pleasure only if it's mixed with pain. He kept torturing her all in the name of pleasure to the point he started hitting her and afterwards will apologize and tell her, "It turns me on when you cry." What a devilish thing. I tell you, if you go out there and listen to what people go through, you'll be thankful to God and cherish your peace and happiness with all that is in you. Back to the lady's story. She had to endure. A year later, he proposed to her and told her he would like her to be the mother of his children. She accepted and so they continued until recently. He started bringing another woman to the house with the excuse that sex was sweeter in a threesome. I had to look that up on the internet to know what it meant. When she couldn't take it anymore, she ran back to the church, and that was how she came to my office. She said she doesn't know what the word happiness means since childhood and believes the word is only true in movies or stories. I had to take her through a series of praying and counseling and providing for her and getting other members of the church to reach out to her and show her what true love looks like. And today, she looks younger than she did the day she walked through my door. Listen friends, your joy is priceless. Jesus came just for that. He sacrificed his happiness so that you can be happy. He sacrificed his freedom so that you can be free. So why hold on to a relationship that is hell-bent on keeping you sad or embittered? If you cannot change it, I advise you to walk away from it. There is always light on the other side. Don't stick to this and say it is all I know. Don't stay in a place where you are not happy or treasured. The value of an old clock in a house and at a museum are two different things. In the house, it's treated as obsolete, but at the museum, it is treated as a rare treasure. Find your place of relevance and go there. Listen to me. No single place is the only place of joy. Go out there. There's more. No single person is the only one. There are billions and billions out there. Go find happiness. Your happiness and joy does not come from any man or woman. It comes from above, and so no one should take the place of joy giver in your life. Take a step today and go out. Then ask God and he will give you the desired happiness. The Bible in John 16:24 says, "Until now you have asked nothing in my name. Ask and you will receive, that your joy may be full." God will help you as you take the right steps. If this video has blessed you, please like, subscribe, and share with someone.